Glad to have you with us here on Seattle Seahawks Today. Tyler Jones here with you as we are talking about a brand new report from ESPN's Brady Henderson detailing the ongoing role for Dre'Mont Jones entering 2024 as Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald has big plans for Jones this season. We'll dive in, tell you all about it coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do that, though, folks, got a new challenge for you here for the month of July. Our friends over at the Cowboys Report, Tom Downey and company, they've challenged us to a like battle for the month of July to see which channel can get the most likes on their videos. So, without further ado, like the video. Let's beat the Cowgirls, show them who's boss, why we have the best fans, not just in the NFC, but across the National Football League. Do your part. Let's win this like battle this month, and we'll get started with today's show. Mr. Jones and Me, one of my personal favorite songs. You could probably guess why. And today we're talking all about Dre'Mont Jones, as ESPN had a really good report detailing what the plans are for Mike Macdonald, how he wants to utilize Dre'Mont Jones in 2024. We've already heard some rumblings about him not just playing defensive end and being on the defensive line, but also rotating at the outside linebacker position as well for this Seahawks team this season. So let's go ahead and start with this from Brady Henderson from his reporting. The Seahawks' new head coach isn't installing a copy and paste version of the scheme he coordinated in Baltimore over the last two seasons, but he is bringing with him elements that made the Ravens' defense perhaps the toughest in the NFL to solve. One of the ways in which they plan to keep opposing offenses guessing and put their defenders in advantageous positions is by constantly moving them around up front. That's why versatility has been the buzzword of the offseason among Seahawks defensive linemen, coaches, and even their personnel department. And that word, versatility, a very big word, right? We've talked about that a lot over the last couple of months, that this is going to be a key to success for this Seahawks defense, is how they can use guys in multiple ways. And Dre'Mont Jones is a huge part of that, of the way that he is going to be maximized, used to his full potential, is going to require that versatility. When you look at the defensive scheme that Mike Macdonald is installing here in Seattle, it is a mix of both the 3-4 and the 4-3. You're going to see both elements out there. You'll see an emphasis on disruption, win the down, affect the quarterback on every play, a physical mindset in playing fast. And if you look at the recipes for success for Dre'Mont Jones, all five of those things directly correlate to Dre'Mont Jones and how he can be used effectively. In the report from ESPN, Nolan Teasley, the Seahawks assistant GM, chimed in with some insights on Dre'Mont Jones and said the following: I know a player that we're really excited about, that they're excited about moving around, is Dre'Mont Jones because of his ability off the edge, his ability to rush anywhere from the 3 technique to the 6, maybe even out of the 9. When I look at Dre'Mont Jones heading into 2024, I think it's safe to say this is the most important season of Dre'Mont Jones' career. His second in Seattle, his second of this new contract that he's on, and playing with a chip on his shoulder, something to prove after having a disappointing year in 2023. He's the highest paid player on this Seahawks defense. The number one task, I think, when it comes to Dre'Mont Jones for Mike Macdonald and for AD and this defensive staff is to maximize the potential, to get the most out of Dre'Mont Jones, whether he's playing on the line, whether he's playing outside backer. That is the assignment ahead. And personally, I think you're going to like the results. I expect Dre'Mont Jones to do some big things here this upcoming year. Be honest with me. Answer our pinned comment today. Let us know what you think. Do you believe in Dre'Mont Jones? Is he the right man for the job to get it done with his Seahawks defense? Type B for believe. Type D for don't. Weigh in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Seahawks Today is bringing you daily Seattle Seahawks coverage like no one else is. I just got back from vacation in Nashville. Had a great trip the last couple of days. But even when I was gone, we were still bringing you content every day on the channel. We got our daily news and rumors, live shows twice a week. We'll be live Wednesday afternoon at 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific. We're bringing you Madden Sims for the entire Seahawks season, in addition to our interactive mailbags and more. This is the most comprehensive Seahawks YouTube channel out there. Subscribe now. Join the family of 12s. Best part about it, absolutely 100% free. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV to subscribe now today. Now, part of what I look at when it comes to the success of Dre'Mont Jones, and really any player for that matter, do you have the buy-in? Do the coaching staff, does management, do they believe in your capabilities and your potential to succeed? And everything we've heard out of Seattle is that this organization is fully bought in. They've fully invested. They haven't wavered on Dre'Mont Jones despite having a down year last year where he didn't live up to expectations. He has the right people in his corner heading into 2024. Brady Henderson writing the following. One thought inside the Virginia Mason Athletic Center is that Seahawks coaches didn't use Jones in a way that maximized his strengths. According to ESPN Stats and Information, he played 329 snaps at defensive tackle and only 45 at defensive end over the first 9 games. Then, after Uchenna Nwosu went down with a torn pec in October, and Williams arrived via trade 8 days later, Jones moved outside, playing 302 snaps at end and 61 at tackle over the final 8 games. So while the Seahawks did utilize Jones's versatility last season, they didn't do so on a play-by-play basis like their new staff intends to do so in 2024. More on Dre'Mont Jones. We mentioned the second year of his current contract, which pays him $51.53 million over a 3-year stretch. The former third-round pick out of Ohio State was drafted by the Denver Broncos, signed last offseason, and this is what we mean when we talk about him having a disappointing year that didn't live up to the expectations. He had the second lowest sack and tackle for loss totals of his career in 2023. Bottom line is this, all right? The harsh reality, the Seahawks are paying Dre'Mont Jones too much to not expect more out of him. And there's no reason. The raw talent, the abilities are there. There's no reason why he can't do more than what we saw him do last year, because we've seen it previously in Denver that he's capable of so much more if he can be utilized correctly. And if he can put in the work, then you're looking at potentially a guy that I think there's no reason can't be a Pro Bowl player in 2024. Mike Macdonald saying the following on Dre'Mont Jones. I think his skill set lends to trying to play a little matchup ball with him and setting up another guy up. He can do a lot of things. We've talked about it, but we're really excited about Dre'Mont. Macdonald emphasized, too, that Jones is in great shape. When we talk about putting in the work, what it takes to be successful, I would call this a very good offseason for Dre'Mont Jones. This photo was circulating the internet within the last several weeks of him in a private workout in great shape. And we've heard people say that he's in the best football shape of his career at this point in time, that in the private workouts that he's done, he's taken the time to try to get himself ready to be that versatile player the Seahawks are looking for, whether it's at outside backer, whether it's on the defensive line. Dre'Mont Jones is putting in the work that it takes to be successful, whatever the Seahawks end up asking him to do. Now, when I look at the Seahawks defense, Dre'Mont Jones, I think, is going to be a big part of a gauge if they're successful or not. And the big question that's on everybody's minds heading into 2024, will Mike Macdonald fix this Seahawks defense? What they did last year, we all know, was not good enough. And they got a lot of work to do to get this defense to where it needs to be. Is it going to get fixed this year? Let us know what you think. Y for yes, in for no, weigh in. Byron Murphy jerseys on sale now. Chatsports.com/Murphy. He'll wear the number 91s. Just to add a 9 to that one there. Got the home jersey, the away jersey, the throwback version for you as well. Men's and women's options, all sorts of different shapes and sizes. Go see for yourself. Free shipping available as well. Chatsports.com/Murphy is where you can find yours today. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. That's chatsports.com/Murphy. I think the thing that I look at when it comes to Dre'Mont Jones, the biggest change will be expanding his role to be able to do multiple things on the defensive line. We've talked a lot on this program over the last couple of years of the Seahawks' struggles to stop the run, right? It's not just about Dre'Mont Jones getting after the quarterback. It's not just about occasionally dropping back in coverage. He's going to need to do it all and find different ways to be successful. And if they do that, then that's going to go a long way towards Dre'Mont Jones' success. And Mike Macdonald talking about his philosophy when it comes to this defense and this group he's working with, he said the following in the interview with ESPN. When you have guys that can do multiple things, play different gaps in the run game, and rush at different levels in the pass game, you can have more big guys. It just opens up more personnel groups, more looks you can generate. Overall, it's good for us. We'll kind of reassess how the spring has been, reassess our plan going into camp, and then as camp goes, we're going to see how it evolves throughout camp. I think you have to like that attitude. If you just cookie cutter it, I think you limit yourself on how far you can take your team. When I look at Dre'Mont Jones, and we're trying to find a measuring stick, right, of how good the Seahawks defense will be in 2024, I think you can point to Dre'Mont Jones. If Dre'Mont Jones is successful and has a very good season in 2024, I am willing to bet that means the Seahawks defense is going to be very good and they take some huge steps forward. I would also say on the flip side that if Dre'Mont Jones does not come into his own, if he struggles, then that's probably a sign that the Seahawks defense isn't going to be that great. I think that Dre'Mont Jones is a good barometer, if you will, for how good or bad the Seahawks defense is going to be this season. You look at the numbers from Dre'Mont Jones. This is what we're talking about here, folks. Coming off a year with 4.5 sacks, had 6.5 sacks in 2022 and in 2020. The Seahawks aren't asking Dre'Mont Jones to be what he was last year or even what he was in Denver. We need to see all those numbers go up, and there's no reason why I would say that Dre'Mont Jones can't have the best season of his career right here in 2024. Let's show some love to Dre'Mont Jones in the comments section. Spam 55 for Dre'Mont Jones. Who knows? Maybe he's watching, or his family, or somebody that's close to him. Let's let him know that we support him. We're rooting him on here in 2024. If you enjoyed today's show, you want to stick it to the Cowgirls, like the video, do your part. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. We'll see you next time right here on Seahawks Today.